Have you ever looked up at a house, just a regular, boring suburban house, and seen it? Those lines. Those weird, perfect, geometric lines on the rooftop. You know the ones I'm talking about. Like airport runway markings. On a house. A regular house. Why would a house need a landing strip, huh? So let's start from the beginning. It all started when I was on Google Earth at 3 a.m., like any normal paranoid tinfoil hat-wearing American. I was zooming in on suburban rooftops because I don't trust fences anymore. Too obvious. And then, boom! There it was. A row of houses in Arizona. Every single one of them had the same marking on the roof. A white X and a pair of parallel lines. At first I thought, maybe it's just wear and tear. Maybe it's bird poop. But then it hit me. These are landing marks. Think about it. What else looks like a runway, acts like a runway, but isn't a runway? That's right, a covert, civilian, integrated, interdimensional aerial port disguised as your Aunt Karen's shingles. I started digging deeper, and what I found chilled me to my bone marrow. Enter Operation Rooftop Falcon. You've never heard of it because it was erased from the Freedom of Information Act by a Pentagon intern named Travis, who mysteriously disappeared in 2017 and was replaced by a hologram that only responds to questions about cheeseburgers and the moon. Coincidence? I think not. According to a single page I found in a shredded PDF inside a Google Cache archive of the Wayback Machine, hosted on a Russian cooking blog, these markings are actually encoded flight paths for nano-drones operated by a joint task force of NATO, IKEA, and probably the Church of Scientology. Yes, IKEA. Think about it. Why else would they give you an Allen key with every single purchase? That's not furniture assembly, that's antenna activation. Now let me ask you this. Why are there always more markings in areas near Starbucks locations and 5G towers? Don't believe me? Go outside. Walk a block. I'll wait. Back? Great. You just walked through 3 different surveillance grids. Hope you smiled. But wait, it gets weirder. I talked to a guy, I can't say who, let's just call him Ronald the Owl Whisperer, who claims that he used to work in a secret government department dedicated to weather manipulation and dog park regulation. He told me these rooftop markings serve as navigation guides for low-altitude, hyper-intelligent pigeons. Not normal pigeons, no. These pigeons wear tiny goggles. They're spies. Why else do they always look at you sideways?
Let's connect the dots here. Rooftop lines that look like runways, IKEA involved, pigeons with goggles, a shadowy network of HOA presidents communicating via hummingbird frequencies. Still think it's just wear and tear? Then explain this. Why are the lines made with a polymer only manufactured in 2 places, one in Norway and the other on a suspiciously uncharted oil rig in the Bermuda Triangle? Oh yeah, I went there with a canoe and a Geiger counter. Guess what I found? An Arby's. Yep, a fully operational Arby's floating in the middle of the ocean with 0 customers and a security guard named Todd who asked if I had clearance. Clearance for curly fries or something more sinister? Now here's the kicker. These rooftop lines, they're not just for navigation. They're active. Yes, my friend, they're electrogravitic superconductors. Every time it rains, a little bit of that sweet, sweet static charge gets stored into the housing grid. Stored where, you ask? Inside your smart thermostat. Why do you think it learns your habits? You think it's about comfort? Ha! It's mapping your circadian rhythm for the great syncing. Once enough households have the full pattern, the network activates, and boom! Your living room becomes a launch pad for a fold-in-space warp shuttle. But where does it go, you ask? To the moon, probably. Or Duluth. The data's unclear. And I know what you're thinking. This is insane. You're right, it is insane. Which is exactly why it makes so much sense. You think the government's gonna make a conspiracy that's logical? Please, this is the same system that spent $2 million on a psychic goat program. Which, by the way, succeeded. But that's another episode. In conclusion, my friends, next time you're walking through your suburban neighborhood and you look up at the rooftops, Don't just see shingles and chimneys. See the truth. Because while you're out here living your best life, grilling hot dogs and ignoring chemtrails, your house might be part of a global launch network for airborne diplomacy pigeons and extra-dimensional diplomats named Craig. So what do? Nothing. It's too late. Just put a little aluminum foil over your roof, maybe install a decoy trampoline, and whatever you do, never let your Alexa talk to your Roomba unsupervised. They know. And if you disappear tomorrow, well, at least you know why. Like, comment, and subscribe. Unless your internet goes out mysteriously at 2:17 a.m., which would be, of course, purely coincidental. Or would it?